Hey everyone, back with another Polars tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to rename columns in a Polars data frame using the rename method. The data I'll be using is population data from the US Census Bureau. It's just a very simple data set of states and their corresponding populations going out to 2024. So I'll show you two ways to rename columns. One way, you rename them one by one, and then there's a way to globally rename columns. I'll also show you that. And so I won't go into how I read this data in, just because it's not necessarily our main foci for today. And so again, the way you rename columns in a Polars data frame is with the rename method. So the way you use it is you write in the name of the data frame. The name of this data frame is called states. Then you say .rename, and what you're going to pass in is a Python dictionary of key value pairs. And so the key, in other words, what's on the left-hand side of the column, or of the colon, is going to be the original column name, and what's on the right-hand side is going to be the new column name, or the desired column name we want. And so here we're renaming pop estimate 2020 into just pop underscore 2020. So that should be much shorter to write and much less verbose for our program if we were to write like a large analysis program for this. So that's really all there is to it. So we'll just go ahead and run this and just take a look at the results real quick. So this program is called rename calls. Just run it on the command terminal. And there we go. You see our original columns have been successfully renamed. So one thing that can be kind of a challenge in data science libraries or data science work in general is the case sensitivity of your column names. So in other words, if pop was actually _POP, and we wrote in capital pop 2020 in our program, we would get a key error. And so it can be really challenging, since it's non-interactive and non-visual most of the time when we're doing this kind of work, if the casing of your columns is inconsistent. And so one standard or best practice I like using is to have all of my column names in the same case. And so if you have thousands of column names, or just columns you're working with, renaming these one by one, like we did right here, can be a real challenge. So is there a way to globally kind of just do that over all the columns? Polars has a very easy way to do this. And so what you can actually do right here is you just use the .rename method again, and you can pass in just the Python casing method that you want to map onto all of your columns. So if you just pass in str.lower, let's say we want to change all of our columns to lowercase, this will map onto all the column names and change all of them to lowercase. So we'll just run that and take a look and see how it works. Just zoom out a little bit. Okay, so here's the updated data frame, and we see that all the column names are now in lowercase. So that's a really, really powerful tool to make your life a lot easier when you're doing your data science work. So thanks so much for watching, and let me know if you have any more Polars topics you'd like me to cover in the comments.